Hey everybody, RC here. I want to show you a quick way on how to automate something that can be a relatively tedious experience here. I have a folder, and inside of this folder, let's say that I have a series of PNG files. I want to take these files and I want to turn them into JPEG files, right? So the easiest way for me to be able to do that is with the construction of an action. Now, what is an action? Now, in Photoshop, you can take a series of steps and you can save them and apply them later on. So all of that can be done right here in the Actions panel. I'm going to pull this panel out so that we can do some work with this. Now, I'll stretch this out and you'll notice that I have a folder called RC Actions. Now, I'm going to make a new folder here and I'll just call this Demo Set, just so that we can keep it a little organized. Now, once I have that set, I'm going to click on the new action icon here, and I'm going to call this Convert PNG to JPEG. Now, it's saving it under the demo set. I can assign a function key, and I can give it a color, but for now, I'm just going to hit record. Notice here, it's recording, and it's ready for me to do something. Now, I'm going to click on File, I'm going to click on Open, and I'm going to go to my desktop, I'm going to go to those files, and I'm going to select the first file from the list. Now, I have that done there. All I'm going to do is just save this as something different. Now watch this. If you go to the Actions panel, it saved that step right there. See? It says File Open. I'm going to click on File, Save As, and I'm going to save this in a folder that I'm going to put on the desktop called JPEG. Now, I'm going to save this as a type of a JPEG. Click Save. I'm going to select a compression setting. So there, it's saved all of that information right there. And I'm going to do a File, Close. Now, if you go back to your actions, you'll notice that it also recorded that close. That's all I want. Click on Stop. So it's saving this, it's opening a file, it's saving it as a JPEG, and it's closing the file. Not bad. Go back over here to my Finder, and inside of the Finder, I'm just going to get rid of this one that I did here, because I did that as almost kind of like a stunt copy. From here, I'm going to click on File, Automate, and I can automate this action to happen over a series of different images by using the Batch option. Click on Batch, and notice that it says, play this specific action. It's in the subfolder demo set, and this action is called PNG to JPEG. Where's the source folder? Well, I'm going to point to the PNG folder. That's where all the PNGs are. I'm going to click on Choose. If there's any open actions that happen, I'm going to override that for now, right? Because it's just going to use that subfolder. And if all of a sudden you have color mismatch warnings, or if you're opening up a PDF and it's asking you for what the resolution is or what page you're going to want, you don't want the action to stop there. So I'm going to suppress file open options, and I'm going to suppress color profile warnings. Have those all set. And then in the destination, I'm going to go to a very specific folder. I'm going to go to the folder that I set up for JPEGs. That's why I got rid of that individual file that I made as a JPEG. I don't want to run this action and then have it go, hey, do you want me to overwrite that file? It'll just stop everything. So get rid of that. I'm going to also overwrite Save As. I'm going to say not to show that again, and I can change the name of the file right here as it's doing that. Watch what's going to happen here. It'll run this action, click OK, and it's just going to blur right through, right? If you go over to the Finder window, now JPEG files all produced for you. Now that was 16 files, and I did that pretty quickly. But imagine if you had 600. That would be a great time saver.